The frontal outfit of Lashkar-e-Taiba, terror group United Liberation Front, has claimed the responsibility for the gruesome killings of two Bihari laborers in Kashmir. Amid the spate of recent attacks on migrants, the terror organization has also warned migrant laborers to leave the Kashmir Valley. Terrorists gunned down two laborers from Bihar and injured another after barging into their accommodation in Kulgam in South Kashmir on Sunday. This was the latest in a series of attacks on non-locals in Jammu and Kashmir. This was the third terror attack on non-local workers in a day. Earlier, a street vendor from Bihar and a carpenter from Uttar Pradesh were shot dead by the ultras on Saturday evening. This month, 11 people have lost their lives in targeted attacks on civilians in Jammu and Kashmir. Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police Kashmir, Vijay Kumar, has asked the police force to ensure the safety of all the migrant workers in the valley. He said that all non-local laborers in respective jurisdiction of the police should be brought to the nearest police or central paramilitary force or army establishment just now. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar on Sunday called up Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha and expressed concern over the recent killings of people from the eastern state in terrorist strike. Prohibitory orders banning the gathering of people, Section 144, were imposed in Lucknow on Monday in view of the Rail Roko agitation called by farmers demanding the dismissal and arrest of Union Minister Ajay Mishra in connection with the Lakhimpur Kheri incident. In an order, the Lucknow Police Commissioner said that strict action would be taken against those indulging in anti-national activity. Cops were stationed outside houses of farmer union leaders in Lucknow. Lucknow police said it would evoke the stringent National Security Act if anyone tried to disrupt the normalcy. The Sanyukta Kisan Morcha, an umbrella body of farmers' unions spearheading the agitation against the farm law, said that all train traffic would be stopped for 6 hours from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. on Monday. 8 people, including 4 farmers, were killed on October 3rd as violence erupted during a farmers' protest in Lakhimpur Kheri. Farmers' outfit have claimed that a car ferrying Union Minister of State for Home Affairs Ajay Mishra's son Ashish Mishra ran over a group of protesters. Ashish Mishra was arrested in the case on October 9th. Ashish has however said that he was not in the car at the time of the incident. Former Union Minister Babul Supriyo, who resigned from the Bharatiya Janata Party and joined the Trinamool Congress, will formally resign as an BJP MP on October 19th. In a tweet, Babul Supriyo thanked Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla for granting him time at 11 a.m. to formally resign and said, "I will not hold on to the berth, perks or salary of a MP now that I am no longer a part of BJP that I won the seat for." Babul Supriyo resigned as a Minister of State for Environment, Forest and Climate Change in August. In a long Facebook post, he had announced his decision to quit politics. He had clarified that he would not join any other political party and continue to be a team player. Babul Supriyo's post came after he was dropped from the Union Cabinet in July, which the Asansol MP had acknowledged as one of the reasons behind his decision. The question will arise, why did I leave politics? Is there any link to the ministerial post that I lost? Yes, there is. To some extent, there is a link, he had said. Babul Supriyo's alleged feud with West Bengal BJP chief Dilip Ghosh was also cited as one of the reasons that led to his decision to quit politics. However, months after his announcement, he joined TMC. The National Disaster Rescue Force and the Defence Forces have been pressed into rescue and relief operations in Kerala, where heavy rains since Friday triggered landslides and floods, killing 26 people. Of the 26 deaths, 13 were reported from Kottayam, 9 from Idukki and 4 from Alappuzha district. State Revenue Minister K. Rajan said an assistance of 4 lakh rupees will be given to the relatives of the deceased. Meanwhile, the Army, NDRF, police and the fire force along with the locals began rescue operations on Sunday morning at Kottikal in Kottayam district and Kokkayar in Idukki district, where over a dozen of people have been reported missing due to landslides accompanied by heavy downpour. Search operations are underway for the missing persons in the debris. Among the bodies recovered were those of 3 children aged 8, 7 and 4 who were found holding on to each other. Bangladesh Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal has said that Comilla incident that triggered massive communal unrest in the country may have been caused by a third party. According to the Dhaka Tribune, the minister hinted at the role of a third party in violence during Durga Puja celebration in Bangladesh. It appears to us that it was a motivated act instigated by a vested group, Asaduzzaman Khan said while talking to reporters at a secretariat on Sunday. On Wednesday, over 80 locations were attacked in Comilla, leading to further unrest across Bangladesh. On Saturday, Hindu-owned temples and shops in Feni, about 157 kilometers from Dhaka, were vandalized and robbed during fresh clashes after an attack on demonstrators who were protesting against the attacks on Durga Puja venues in several places in Bangladesh, said reports.